Hi everybody, Tashi here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back to my channel, and to all of you new, hello and welcome. So I have a special video for you all today. Finally, to those of you that have been with me, you've seen me systematically putting my 3 silicone babies into their loved baby moonbeam colored sleepers, which I'm absolutely loving. It's a new color from Loved Baby, or their newest. And my absolute favorite, I love the soft colors, and blue is definitely my thing, which looks absolutely gorgeous on both girl and boy, which that's a beautiful thing when you can work the blues both ways. Love it, love it, love it. So anyway, to those of you new, don't forget to run now, smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video. And I will also mention that my channel has an exclusive membership. So you can find a link down below in the description, or the blue join button next to subscribe. It is $1.99 a month. It's all inclusive. You can cancel it at any time, and you must be 18 years or older, but come on in for less than the price of like a cup of Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts a month. There's lots of fun perks, including my live chats, exclusive videos, and just fun stuff. So come on in. Anyway, we're going to get started, and I am going to, these are just my silicone babies. I'm going to do an updated collection video with my reborns soon. Not sure if I got to do one in 2020. I try to do one once a year, but I had the plan to match the silicone babies as you've all been watching for the past week, and that finally came to fruition. So I wanted to do their photo shoot and show you a video. So we're gonna start with Oscar over here, who many of his aunties and uncles know he is definitely the love of my dolly life. So all 3 of these babies are full-bodied silicone, so they're completely made of silicone. They're anatomically correct, and they are all in one-piece pores, which means that they don't have ball-jointed necks. They weren't made in separate pieces, and the necks are wrinkle and turn from, side to side, and or floppy and all that good stuff. So Oscar is the Dwayne Awake #2 by Claire Taylor Dolls. He is one of her edition babies, and he is #2 in the edition. You can actually see he's got the #2 behind his ear there. There were only 5 of the Dwayne Awakes made worldwide. The edition, was sold out when, it came to be a couple of years ago. I forget which year. I want to say 2018, I want to say, but don't quote me on that. Anyways, all right. So Oscar is completely done by Claire, from the sculpting, molding, casting, pouring, and completely finished by Claire Taylor in her premium silicone blend that's used only for the edition babies. And he pretty much has all the bells and whistles except for a skull. So he has the squishy tummy, although like all of his silicone is just extremely nice and squishy and textured and feels really good. He has although his sculpt has a closed mouth, but his mouth opens. There's lots of space in there. He takes a full passy. He has a tongue, gums, and uvula, and he has a drink and wet system, so he can do a drink and, wet feeding, and, peas. So he's kind of got it all. He's got the spine, so he has a spine in his back, and the spine is there just for, to feel it when you pick him up and stuff. It doesn't impede his, like, mobility at all or flexibility. It's just kind of there to feel. He was made with armatures in both his arms and his legs. But before I got him, both of his armatures did break at the elbow, so they're in there, but they don't function. And one of the legs, one went when I had him. So there's only one leg armature that's still intact. The leg armatures, because he's kind of got the curled up legs anyway, I didn't find made much of a difference. The arms, of course, are just, floppy as opposed to being able to, pose them and stuff, which I kind of feel like I like, because I feel like the full armatures, wouldn't be as floppy. They're nice. They're really nice for posing. But either way, I just adore Oscar. He's considered an AA baby, African American. He's got, a dark skin tone, which is, a lot of you that know me know that I love my darker skin baby. So he kind of checks off all my boxes. He has beautiful black hair. It's straight and it's short. And he has gorgeous, you're not going to probably be able to get the color in this video, but he has what I guess I would classify as hazel eyes. They definitely have green, so like green hazel. They sometimes pick up some blue hues, but mostly just, green, brown and green. So I guess that will be called hazel. He's a rather unique little fella, and I absolutely adore my Oscar. So I get a lot of questions of where can I get that baby or a silicone baby like that. And I just suggest to anybody that's new or looking for a silicone to follow along collectors videos, and a lot of us do state the artist's name. So even if an edition is long sold out or whatever, you can always go and check and see what the artist is, currently working on or has out, new. So that's kind of the best way to look if you like a particular style of silicone and painting and, all of that. That's kind of the best way to do it. So in the middle, we have baby Athena. So, and I forgot, Oscar is 9.5 pounds. And I forget whether he's 20 or 21 inches, but it's one of those, and that's how much he weighs, 9.5 pounds. So then we have baby Athena in the middle, and she is a preemie baby. And oh my gosh, do I adore her. So she's the same thing as far as, the one piece pour and her neck, wrinkles and turns, and, she's got nice fluid floppy movement. And she is the Pearl by Noemi Roarks, or Noe Art Dolls. So she was also an edition baby by Noe Art Dolls, and her edition has long been sold out, but again, you can check out the artist's work. I love Noemi's painting. She even paints like the Lanuga, which I don't see a ton of that on silicones. I just think she does an amazing job. Extremely realistic. She definitely achieves that depth, that such detail, such beautiful coloring. She has a nice, almost like a dark, I don't know if I would say olive, but, she's not fair. And then she also has all of the like pinky reds and, that you would find in a preemie or, just new baby. So I really, love her painting style, and of course her sculpting. So little Athena here, the Pearl sculpt, she is a crier. So her mouth is kind of open and she has gums and a tongue in there. She does not have her drinking wet, but she can take a full passy and a full bottle for, role play and stuff. So I love how she's actually kind of got that. Wouldn't even say that's gloss. That's like a shimmer, like almost like a sheeriness that makes her eyes look like more like translucent and a little wet. Like there was just no detail left undone on this baby. She is absolutely, absolutely incredible. And this little crying face just pulls at my maternal, tugs at my maternal heartstrings for sure. She's got two little balled up fists, which, for a little crying baby, which I call her my little drama queen, because she's definitely a drama queen, because she's all comfy and cozy and well taken care of. She's just a little drama queen. And she's got, her legs are kind of like pulled up. But she's just like really like super, super floppy. Her silicone is different than Oscar's. But it's still that marshmallow. It's not too marshmallowy. She's kind of like a perfect blend. She's nice and squishy, but she holds her structure. Her silicone just feels, beautiful and very real. So I just really adore this baby. And then we have my newest addition, which is Bindi. So Bindi is the Willow Awake sculpt by Clara Taylor. And then, so she was sculpted, molded, poured by Claire. And then the willows were sold as blank silicone kits, for other artists to paint. So you could, as a collector, buy them and send them to your artist to be painted, or some artist bought them and painted them and sold them, that sort of stuff. The Willow editions, both Awake and Asleep kits, are sold out as well. But she was painted by Jennie Lee of Wee Baby's Nursery. Jennie Lee also does sculpt her own dolls, and she sculpts a lot of preemies. So if you're enjoying little Pearl over there, not only follow Noemi Art Dolls, but definitely check out Wee Baby's Nursery, Jennie Lee at Wee Baby's Nursery. Because a lot of the babies that she sculpts and completes are a nice preemie size. So yeah, she is just really beautifully done. She has big blue eyes. I love her eyes, and this sweet little face. She has, I don't think she has bottom gums, but she has upper gums, and she has a tongue. I love the texture on her tongue, and her mouth is, big and open, so obviously can fit, a bottle passy. She's got a drinking wet in there. She's got her little ears pierced. So does little Athena over here. She's got beautiful brown hair, and then it's highlighted the front, like her face is kind of like framed, and it's like a lighter brown or almost an auburn color, which just brings such a nice contrast to her. I love the way her ears are sculpted and how like deep her ear canals are. She's a bigger, longer baby. I think her length says it's 22 inches. Yeah, I believe that's what her length is. And I think she's around 8.5 or 9 pounds. I think she weighs like half a pound less than Oscar or something like that. But it's so weird because she's, I guess because she's proportioned so differently, she feels a lot heavier than he does. And she has, so she's in the silicone that is Claire does for her kits. So it's different than like her premium one that she uses for, her limited edition babies. But it's still absolutely beautiful silicone, and that, soft marshmallow blend. And actually, I find her silicone very similar to Little Pearl's over here. It is different because different artists blend their own blends, but it's in comparison, I would say that it's very close to Little Pearl. So she has elbow armatures, which I really, really love the elbow armatures because it gives that posability. It gives some structure so that the arm's not like, bending like back or jiggly wiggly in, places, which that's okay too, but it's just like nice to have and definitely nice to be able to like, pose her, bring her hands up, to her mouth, like things like that. Her legs don't have anything, so they just kind of dangle. And it's funny because I thought that when I first saw this sculpt come out, like that I would not, be a collector that would care for this type, like this big of a baby and this very soft silicone, especially without armatures or, things like that. But honestly, I'm finding that that's something that I really, really love about her. Plus, it's different. It's a different feel, from Oscar and, from Athena because she's so much smaller. So, I just really enjoy having that diversity. And I would say that Bindi, I really stepped out of my comfort zone, in getting her, and I'm so glad that I did. Because once I was looking for a baby girl, well, I had wanted a baby girl since I got Oscar because I had to let my Caden go. Those of you that have been with me, you remember. So I had because it was literally on a trade. So I had to let my Caden go. But of course I wanted Oscar more. So, I always say I never regret that. But ever since Oscar came home, I did always think in the back of my head, like, one day it would be really nice to add a full-size baby girl along with Oscar. And what I mean by full size is like the, newborn or bigger, not a little preemie. So it took about 2 years for me to kind of make my way to being able to do that, to bring home a baby girl. And then of course, looking for one. And I was looking for either another Caden, or I was definitely considering the Willow Awake. I knew I wanted an Awake baby. There were certain things I wanted, but I definitely wasn't adverse to a Willow Awake. And when I saw her, I just absolutely fell in love with her. Like some babies, and just, the way they're done, the way they look, you will call to us. Like you just kind of know, you're like, oh my gosh, that's my baby. I want to bring that baby home. So I was a little nervous. Those of you that have watched my box opening, like, there was that moment, like I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh, this little face and stuff. But then there was this moment when I lifted her up into my arms, and I know y'all saw it. That magic happened, and I was just like, oh, this is my baby girl. And I've just been smitten with this baby girl ever since. So, um, it doesn't always work out when you step outside of your comfort zone, and that's you sell on, and we do what we do because we all have preferences, and you just never know until you have a baby. Get the baby in your arms and all of that. But sometimes it really works out, and if you think it's gonna and you love a baby, like I said, I'm just so happy that I did that, because now I have three very different silicones from one another, which is just, that's what floats my boat as a collector and keeps me busy. And I love her size for dressing her, and the whole point of like having a baby girl to shop for and dress and everything. She's a great size for that, and her body size and style kind of just fits a lot of clothes. There's just much more of a variety of what you can buy that will fit her correctly, which I really love that too. So I'm trying to think if there's anything. Of course, if you have any questions, drop them down below. Definitely drop a comment. Let me know you know, what's in your silicone collection, if you have any. If not, if you're interested in, one day owning silicones, whether you believe you can get there or not, because I never thought that in the beginning. I was like, nope, never gonna happen, never gonna happen. I'll tell that, more another time. But so what would it be? What do you think your preferences are? Or do you just not like silicones at all? Because some people don't. Some people just don't like the way they kind of look or feel or whatever. But drop a comment. Definitely let me know. Chat it up with me. And which is your favorite baby? Do you have a favorite baby out of my silicone collection? Let me know. So don't forget on your way out to give this video a thumbs up, especially if you enjoy seeing these little sweetie pies. And until next time, God bless.